Is fiscal conservatism still a thing? Do people still talk about that? Do people still worry about budgets and debt and deficits? I mean, I know I sound like I'm being facetious, but I really wonder this day and age the issues that are dominating the political cycle, not just priorities for left wingers, but for conservatives too, don't seem to warrant much mention of fiscal issues. Now, there are some diehard fiscal hawks in the US who are really disappointed with what Donald Trump did the other week, signing a bill with Nancy Pelosi to basically kick the fiscal can down the road. He's having to increase spending in exchange for some other things he wants. And you're not hearing much about it. They used to have debt ceiling debates in the US where Republicans would say, no, that's it. We're not raising the debt anymore. This is reckless. It's irresponsible. We'd have massive national conversations about it all. This time around, nothing. Nada. Zilch. And here in Canada, too, you've got Doug Ford planning to run deficits throughout the entirety of his first term. You've got Andrew Scheer saying, I don't know, in my first term, it'll take me a good few years to balance things. I'll still have to run some pretty sizable deficits as well. I mean, what gives? This summer, I'm talking to Canadians about their plans. They're talking about the price of houses, wanting to get ahead in a home in a city like Toronto or Vancouver, Montreal, Ottawa. It's difficult. They're talking about summer vacations, scrimping and saving and so forth. So we talk about family budgets. We know the value of a dollar, and we know that these things matter, and we have to impart these things to our children. One good thing they are actually doing in the Ontario government is they're bringing in financial literacy for young people in the classroom, which is an incredibly important thing, and it's great to see that the Conservatives in Ontario are doing that. But from a budgetary perspective, there's just none of it. Is it that people have just lost the willpower for the fight? They've lost the fire? Because they know, of course, that whenever you say we're going to readjust this or that, there's some special interest group that storms to the streets with protest signs calling you all these mean names. And you go, what's the point? Nobody rewards me for doing this, and yet I get vilified for doing it, for returning the province or the country or what have you to fiscal health. I don't know what it is. I've just suddenly noticed that these things have massively dropped off the map. It is incredibly troubling to see this. And this summer, as Canadians talk about how they can scrimp and save and their budgeting needs, it would be nice if they put pressure on the politicians to do the same.